I see 2,500 new referrals a month from policyholders all across the country. And part of the things that I see are the top 10 mistakes that policyholders make. Number one, can the insurance company take away your policy based on a fraudulent misstatement? Did we materially misrepresent anything on the application? That's where a carrier can come back and contest what we said on the application. Oftentimes the agent or the broker will have misheard, misunderstood, misrecorded, and that information is easily correctable. Second, pre-existing condition, to see whether anything that you had before is similar to the claim that you're filing. Most of the time, the language is clear as mud, and it's a Swiss cheese full of holes policy. So take a look at the pre-existing condition. Third, policyholders don't understand the features, advantages, and benefits of their insurance. They know they bought a policy. They know they got a promise from the agent that it's supposed to work this way or that way. But most people haven't walked through the policy to look at the definitions. But you have to understand how to use your policy before you can actually sit down and make the claim. Number 4, carriers call at odd times. They're asking important claim-ending questions. Keep your conversations brief. The important questions tell the carrier to put in writing so you can reflect on the question and you can give a full, complete, and honest answer. Number 5, documents. Once they start asking for documents, it's a never enough situation. They want medical records, they want an authorization, they want prescription medical. Some things you don't have to provide. Aren't our tax returns something that are confidential? So when it comes to documents, be careful. Only give what you need to. Field visit, mistake number 6. That should send off a red flag alert. They're not out there trying to get a better understanding of your claim. You've given them an authorization that allows them to go back to the time that you were born to get everything about you, occupationally, vocationally, medically, and now 6 months, a year into the claim, the carrier says, we need to better understand your claim with a field visit from one of our company representatives. They're not there to get a better understanding of your claim. They're there to talk about your neighborhood, your lifestyle, and what kind of car you're driving. Mistake number 7. A field visit is always accompanied by surveillance. The carrier is also trying to measure your activities that are inconsistent with your restrictions and limitations. So if you say, I can't bend, stoop, push, pull, carry, lift, I can't sit for very long, they're going to hire videotapers or the paparazzi to come out there and stake out your place. Don't use the word always and never. If you say, I never drive, and they get you driving, that is an activity inconsistent with your own restriction and limitation. Number 8, a functional capacity evaluation done by a physical therapist, and they're going to see how much you can lift, stoop, push, pull, carry, how much you can walk, sit, and they're going to translate that 2.5 hours on a functional capacity evaluation into a 40-hour work week. Don't get pushed. If you hurt, make sure they understand you hurt. Number 9, policyholder mistake. The carrier wants to do a doc-to-doc. Get your doctor on the phone with their on-site physician to talk about care and treatment. That's a recipe for disaster. How often does your treating doctor have your file with them 24/7? There's nothing in anybody's policy that says they get to talk to your doctor on the telephone. Why not have your doctor suggest they put their questions in writing? Policyholder mistake number 10. Do you appeal or don't you? In the denial letter, the carrier says, would you like to appeal? You can appeal within 180 days. Why in the world, if we don't have to, would we give the carrier a second bite at the apple? They're not supposed to look at the claim with their eyes closed or point all their discovery and all the things they've gathered to use against us as a policyholder. That's not fair, that's not right, and that's not what the covenant of good faith and fair dealing requires them to do in your state. Appeal or not appeal. It can mean the difference between a bad faith claim or being prevented from later getting to file your lawsuit against the carrier. You need top insurance help to answer that question. Last, and I know it's not one of my top 10, the most important advice I can give to policyholders across the United States is don't give up. They beat you up, they wear you down, they starve you out. Carriers know sick people don't fight hard, and chronically ill or injured people don't last long. We hear it 2,500 times a month. You can do this. You just need a little help.